Hey everybody, Taz from Critical Thinking Anarchist here, and this is Isom number 2, part 2. So when we last left, we entered in on the car crash, or we left on the car crash here, and Avery walking into his house, grabbing a gun, and he's on his way. Mrs. Willard. Sorry to show up unannounced, but I don't have your number. No problem at all. I was just on my way out. Is everything all right? Well, Sam Sam never came home last night, and he's not answering his phone. This isn't like him. Have you seen him? I saw him right before I left for the city yesterday. Something must be up. Mr. Silman, say no more. Let's figure this out. I know that it's starting to get late, but follow me to Goodings. I think you can help us out. I'll explain once we get there. So get in the cars, truck, and they're at Goodings. Gooding informed us of your arrival. Please step out of the vehicle. Okay. We will take care of your automobiles. Please follow me. Appears to be androids, but... Please board and secure yourself. So they get on the android. Android takes them up. And over to Gooding's lair, I guess. Sorry for the short notice. No worries. I tried to get up as soon as I saw your text. Thanks for taking me up on the offer. Avery mentioned that you'd be tagging along. Nice to meet you. I've only met your husband in passing. Good man. I hope that you can help. I'm still a little confused as to what's going on. Alright, forgive me for repeating myself, but I think it's only right that we let Mrs. Willard in on what happened today. When I arrived at the security house, the door was open, and I walked in, and Sam was nowhere to be found. I was ambushed by two beasts, and they set the building on fire. What? There's no sign of human life. Your husband wasn't... Who passes out. Take her to the medical wing and give her whatever she needs. You knew she would fall out, didn't you? I assumed as much. Sam says she can be a bit dramatic, but let's get this figured out. The beasts were some hairy man-goat-looking things. They packed a punch and were clearly there to see me. I have as thorough a database as you could imagine, and I've never heard of anything that fits that description, but after catching some samples of the blood trail you left, I did a quick analysis. There was a trace of carcinogen. What the hell is that? It's like a molecule. It isn't present in human DNA, but every time I've come across it, a peculiar type of being was involved. You're losing me. There are things that we can scientifically identify that helps us understand life. With human DNA, think of it like this. We all have our own unique scripts, but the actors are the same. And this guy is from a different studio. He's in a completely different industry. The last time I saw this, I was working abroad. We found traces from remains of a creature that had to be from the Under-Earth. So you believe the beasts are from the same place as this? At least of a similar makeup. Wait just a minute. How's your arm already healed? The ointment isn't that good. Popped a couple of painkillers. I can assure you that this thing didn't come from me. What happened in the previous case? Okay, we're about to enter some dark territory. We were both very young during the Great War of Separation. How much do you know about the factions? As with any war, there's more to it than we know. I understand the basics. Texas won and Brian is the hero. Of course, there are some conspiracies. At least one of them I can personally confirm. Paranormal subjects took advantage of this turmoil and made moves. There are other creatures that are nearly identical to this. We believe dozens of them appeared during the war. However, the sightings were concentrated near the old Carolinas, at least until they weren't. I'm assuming that's where you came in. Correct. An odd earthquake rocked central Mississippi, and days later a carcass was discovered by a private investigator. I was contracted to take a look, and I have a feeling that the earthquake wasn't a coincidence. The mystery lies in the fact that it was the furthest southwestern sighting. I need to do a little more research. It'll take a few days. I'm afraid we don't have time for that. You do if you want to figure out what happened to Sam. We have to connect the dots, and in the meantime, there's someone I want you to visit. Why exactly am I paying you? That's why I need you to do this. Let's not waste any time. There's a resource about an hour west near the mountains. It doesn't exactly appear on your phone map. There lives one of my greatest sources of intel. Tell her everything. She's the only one who would know if something weird is happening in this area. Tell her everything. Zzz. She's not the type to talk on the phone, but this will get you in. I'll have some more information once you get back. We'll take care of Mrs. Williard. If it isn't one thing, it's another. I figured that I can afford a day or two of rest. Altona says she's that in projections production. But our enemies care nothing about exhaustion. A problem for you. A window of opportunity for them. This is a life that chose me, Bloodborne. Mr. Silman, I hope you enjoy your finished product. Your new uniform is approximately 1 pound heavier than your previous model. It is made of an otherworldly material, and it is a true one of a kind. The shock absorption can handle great falls. It's time I embrace it, without regret, without fear, without indecisiveness. I'm disgusted by the old design of your waistband. It was rather pointless, giving you a belt with actual utility. Try it on, and when you're ready, I have some ideas for attachments. Look at that. That was an awesome look there. The eyes. With all these heroes, with all their flight and cool vehicles, I'm in a costume getting around a truck. Saddlepack Mountains, 164 miles. Getting as me in the middle of nowhere with coordinates. Danger, do not enter. But a good truck is a good truck. Truck driving through. I can't see jack. No signal. Man, what is... Look at that, cool. That's a fortress right there. Castle smack dab in the middle of Texas. To be fair to Gooding, it makes sense. This is the type of real estate you'd think a helpful person would prefer. In this line of work, you either suspend your sensibilities, or someone or something will do it for you. You don't just expect the unexpected. You embrace your ignorance and learn to understand it. I have not seen everything. I can only be surprised by insisting that I have. Hello! I was sent here by Mr. Gooding. What good is this supposed to do me? What the hell? Whoa, where did y'all come from? Is that a... Of course, the gators are being tracked by everything in there. Bam! Crunch! Stand down! Unless you want to die, Sydney Bloodruth. I'm excited for her. Not fond of threats. And I'm not fond of your presence. Who are you? Isom. I was sent here by a mutual friend. Gooding. Very well, what is it that you want? That wasn't a key card. Does it look like that can be used anywhere on this property? Now explain your arrival. You will be escorted off the premises. I was ambushed by 2 beasts at my ranch. My ranch lead has gone missing, and Gooding thinks that you can help. Did these beasts happen to have horns and the ability to emit flames? How did you know? They lit my security house on fire. Follow me. Gooding sent you to me because I deal with these types of beings all the time. I see your get-up, but this is far more mythical than those thugs you punch in the city. There's been an influx of Hellion activity in this area. I've dealt with them as they've come, but this is concentrated. Something is drawing them here. Hellion? Those creatures look like they could be from hell, do they not? If you're in this line of work, you know that there's only one hell. Technically, yes, but there's still a matter of perspective. Every creature has their own version of a hell. The common theme is fiery underground where bad people reside. So you know that hell is a specific, unique place, but not all of the cultural tales are bogus. There are countless realms that fit these descriptions. Different planes, different realms that you can't just walk up to or visit, like different universes. No, that's fictional nonsense. Instead, look at it more like dimensions, a pocket of space that the naked eye cannot see. With the proper atmospheric manipulation, that space becomes tangible. I'm guessing that's where the wolves and dragons are from. Sometimes I bring back gifts from the travels. You know that those beasts weren't from the hell. How so? Let's just say that I would have known if they were. What I need to figure out is why they set fire to my building. My ranch lead has gone missing, and I suspect they have a lot to do with it. I haven't sensed any interdimensional activity, but they got here somehow. I've disposed of one about 50 miles north. Let Gooding figure out why they're here. I want them gone. They're too close. What does that even mean? I believe they traveled here the old-fashioned way. My birds have taken interest near the caves in the mountains. Normally I do more research before making a move, but with you here, I say we check it out ourselves. This isn't random. I can't guarantee that your employee is there or alive. Tell me, what can you do? I have a family emergency that I need to tend to. I will not be dying before it is dealt with. I know they're coming. Those beasts won't be a problem. Very well. We both have a vested interest in this ordeal, so let's get to it. Is there like a map or something in that thing? No. Just refreshing my memory. Let's go. You can hitch a ride with me if you can keep up. What? As they run, she jumps on her dragon. Isom runs, grabs the dragon by the leg, and here we go. I fly across. Of course, you see the beasts. Isom flies off, nails one right in the kisser. You could have waited. At least we know we're in the right place. Run in. Isom looks back at the dragon, and then Bloodruth with a little blood sparks a fire. Some bashing, some crashing. Crack, chunk. This is awesome artwork, by the way. This is a colony. There's too many. We need to retreat. Damn it. No! These are the same creatures that set fire to my building. I'm searching this cave for Sam. You can leave if you're scared. Quack. Whoomp. Woof. Ha. Give me a minute. It's been a while since I've tried this. Of course, allowing more blood to go through from her fingers. And then ignites it all. Aye! Beast throws fire at Isom. Isom, whoosh, crack. Nails him right into the floor. All these beasts burning. Whoosh. What are you? What are you? We'll talk later. Let's get through the cave. They're beating up the beasts. One tackles Bloodruth. Isom kicks it straight off. I assumed you would stay at range. Normally I would, but getting up close and personal seemed like the correct decision. I'm on a bit of a deadline, so let's go. They go through the hole. Wherever this leads, there's more of them. We need a plan. I want them out of this cave, but that isn't viable now, especially since we don't know why they're here. I'll accompany you to find any leads on your employee. I have what I've come for. Unless you have something else up your sleeve, we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Let me handle the beasts. Stay on the lookout for any trace of humans. The minute we get overwhelmed, I'm turning around. You better do the same. Don't wait on me. Unreal. That has to be something. I've seen those before. They're like storage units. They're more efficient, and you'd think, I don't need the history. I'll handle the beasts. Can you get up there? I'll need a boost. Oh, what? You heard me. Unless you know where the stairs are. Launch me up there and I'll figure it out. No! Wham! Crack! Crack! Isom taking them all on. Let's hope this works. And more blood out of her fingers. Crack! And Bloodruth is sitting there weakened, shaking. Gotta love the shaky lines there. Goes through the cave. They're all dead. They were dead before I got here. Are you Sam? I am. That must be Avery out there causing that commotion. Said his name was Isom. We'll formally introduce ourselves another time. Blasting us out of here? Not possible. I don't know what I can do with this, but I'm going to see if I can somehow identify the slain. We run out. There ain't no way you can handle them all. I know. He's buying us time. How do we get down? Well, if I know. They ain't using the stairs. How did you get up here? Not by myself, and I don't have much else in me. Listen. I'm going to make platforms to take us down. You'll not be able to stand on them, but they will hold us up momentarily. Can you run? I ain't 8 in days, but I think I'll be all right. If this is going to work, we need to be in unison. If we make it down, hit the tunnel and don't stop running. We ain't just leaving Avery. He's the only one that can fight them in our current states. We didn't come this far just to have you killed, and this is not the time for stubbornness. So they run, jump. Bloop, 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 bloop. We got blood platforms. Bloop, whomp, get up. Whomp, go! Crunch. Got any more plans? As the beasts encroach upon her. And then her wolves come in. Crunch! They're with me! Run out the wolves. Whoosh! Now that your little pack of friends are here, we can go back to help Avery. No, there's only 2 of them. I'm just glad he was smart enough to bring them here. He? Crunch! Jesus! Let's go! What about the dogs? They'll be able to hold their own. They'll follow us out. Isom flies away. Boom! Isom on the ground, then starts running. Acknowledgements. Hope you enjoyed Isom number 2. Let me give a big shout out to those that stuck around, and we hope you remain customers of the Rippaverse. Isom number 1 let us gauge the market, and we can now invest in other stories. The following years will bring books that will feature other characters detached from Isom. These releases will consist of a growing pool of talented writers and artists. This is perhaps my favorite part of this entire process. This company is self-sufficient, which means that everything is connected. The more we grow, the more job opportunities there will be in all departments of the company. So on behalf of the Rippaverse, thanks to the greatest customers in the world, Eric July. And giant, nice splash page here. Next up, Isom number 3 and the conclusion of the ill-advised arc. I've underestimated this human. Our presence is no longer necessary. All has been confirmed. He must be eliminated. And then, of course, they got the Yaira Alpha Core pages here. And that is the end of Isom number 2. So yeah, that fight is, going to what's your favorite part? That fight is my favorite part of this one. That's easily the best part of this book. Again, it's interesting. These are things that you've rarely seen before, if ever. And granted, again, I'm not much of a comic person, so there's plenty of comics out there that I haven't read. There's a lot that I am not aware of. So there may be similar characters out there to any of these, but um, I love the Isom. I love the Isom books. They're really good um, so far. And again, we're only at number 2. So next week I will start Alpha Core, and again, I'm probably going to be splitting these all up into 2 parts so that the videos stay kind of short. But let me know what you guys think. Did you like the comic? Is it better to follow along with these now that I'm posting them with the camera here? In the meantime, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that other fun stuff, and I will see you in the next one.